Hello. Right. Right, so welcome to GP2 at Canada. Sorry for the late start. We've had some issues with somebody who's meant to be driving. It's Envious Medal. He had lobby issues. I'm not really too sure. He should hopefully be here by the end of the session. If he isn't, a reserve will come in place. We will have a full grid of all 20 drivers, which will be very, very interesting. We do have a few new names here as well. We have Wastel, who you guys may not be familiar with. Oh, there's Tom Fawkes, who's just served his qualifying ban. Hopefully he'll be able to show what he can do from the back of the grid. And yeah, this car's coming out. We've also got a new driver called, I'm trying to spot him, GRL, it's Ryan. So yeah, there's a lot of new drivers here. Right, first driver out on this lap is Connor. He's back now, the Scotsman. He's shown some great pace, so we'll see what he can do. He has a lot of potential, and he's in the Sauber. So yeah, this is his first race of the season. He's missed out on the start, but hopefully he'll be able to race on the rest. So yeah, he's coming down the back straight now, and he's going to be the first person to start a lap, so we're going to watch this. Oh, it looks like... Oh! He's out! Oh no, that's just such a shame there. He completely misjudged the final corner. That's going to compromise a lot of people's laps. Oh, if that was real, like, if we could, there'll be a red flag, but there's Echoes almost slamming into the back of him, and here's Envious Medal. He's in now. That is good. So, we will have a full grid for the start of the Scrum Pro. So we're going to be watching Echoes now, who's going to be the first one to do a lap. I believe the car of Connor has now been cleared up, but that's very unfortunate for him. Connor will be starting P18 then. Right, so we have PXM Echoes now. He did retire for one race, but he's back again. Something he likes to do. But he does have some great pace. So yeah, he could be up for a pole. He's also another Scotsman. Right, so coming under the tunnel bit. It's the famous corner that Cloudy Penguin 20 famously cut back in season number 3. Such a classic season that was for the title. Upstage Body came out on top. Hopefully we can get another cracking race like that today. Oh, Echoes has backed out of his lap, and there's a Renault. Right, yeah, F1 Ben has left the league, unfortunately. Oh, there's Limitless Horizon getting some cheeky slipstream. Coming down the back straight now. Into the final corner. Oh, there's still some debris. Hopefully that didn't affect Limitless's lap too much. He comes across the line and he sets a 9.2. It's a cracking start. He can definitely be in for the 8s, he can. Right, now we're having another look at the new driver, GRL, it's Ryan. Let's see how he gets on. Right, we've got Griffiths on an 11.0, Schumacher on a 9.6, and there's GRL, it's Ryan. Goes on to a 10.1, so yeah, definitely a GP2 car from him. Hopefully he'll be able to do a lot more and go on board with PXM fast. And he almost chops his front wing off, just like Daniel Ricciardo. But luckily he doesn't chop his front wing off, so coming around the hairpin now. He's a favourite for the victory. Jasper Boss isn't here today, that's a shame. So yeah, coming around the back straight. Oh, he is backed off, so we're going to have a look at LR Blazer Guns, who's across the line now, and it's going to set a 10.6. So we're going to have a look at the tyres people are on. So Limitless Horizon was on Ultra Soft, Sync Quanta and everyone else has been on Super Soft, so that makes sense why the times may have been down the order. And yeah, so Sync Quanta up into P2. Sorry if I did miss that. Oh, and there's someone off there, obviously not. Right, we're on Bobby Ben in the Toro Rosso now. It's like a clean lap so far. See what he'll be able to set. Coming up to the hairpin, got to make it nice and smooth. Oh, and that's UK Excites, currently on the fastest lap. He's the first one into the 1 minute 8s. So yeah, we've now got Bobby Ben now coming down the back straight. There's a bit of traffic ahead, hopefully he doesn't get caught up. Break at 100 metre board, the final point, you don't want to cut it too much. Oh, sorry. And anyway, right, so the Dengy boy, coming around the final corner, he's up on his lap now. That's good, maybe he got impeded, I'm not too sure. But he sets a 10.3, which puts him up into P9 currently. Let's have a look at Gio Reddit's right, and he's currently on an in-lap. Bobby Ben, I think he's on an in-lap. What about UK Excites? Right, no, he's on his in-lap as well. Everyone's on their in-lap now, but I'm going to have a look at UK Futures, who could be on a lap. Or is he just starting a lap? He's just starting a lap now. So, PXM Echoes failed to set a lap so far. Way still failed to set a lap. He's new as well. PXM Cross UK Futures have also failed to set. Mix up the table a little bit if they get in, and that is just so close to the wall Futures got. Futures has been in all 5 seasons of the league, so has UK Excites, the two brothers. They have been here since the start. So, yeah. Right, UK Excites currently P1 on the Hyper. Sync Quanta goes P2 on the Super. That's a cracking lap from him, showing his pace off. I believe it's a one-stop here if you start on the correct. I'm not sure which ones, but it's definitely a one-stop possible. It's like a lot of people are favouring the Supers. And now you've got UK Futures down the back straight. Oh, and that's, I believe, SP James setting a lap just in front of him. But we're having a look at, oh no, that's someone into the pits. UK Futures around the final corner now. And it is a 1 minute 9.3, goes almost as fast as UK Excites, only 4 tenths separating them. Very close stuff, however, I believe they both set their laps on Hypersoft, so that's the only downside. Right, we've got Blazer Guns now. He's down on his time, so yeah, hopefully he'll be able to improve. Not sure what's happened there. So yeah, down the back straight now. It's definitely a key to gaining time. It's a different line, I've not seen that line before. Oh, it's into the pit lane, that explains the line. Right, a Dengy boy, he's got some pace on him. Will he be able to improve? Looks like someone's run out of fuel in the chicane. And they've just managed to get into the pit lanes, coming down the final. Oh, it's in the pits as well. Oh, there's a hat. Is that Andrew? Yes, that is Andrew. Coming around the final corner, I think he's starting a lap. That's a 1 minute 14. So, yep. Right, we're going to go back on with Limitless Horizon, who's currently up on his time now. No pressure. Right, yep, so coming up to the hairpin now. He's up by 2 tenths. This would slot him maybe even into P1 if he can improve by a tenth. He'll be into the position 1. So we're going to look at the best. So yeah, Hypersofts are for P1, but Supersofts for P2, that's an amazing lap from Sin Quanta. He's currently the championship leader, as you can probably tell by his lap. So yeah, we've got Smidget closely behind, 5 points behind. So yeah, Smidget not far down either, and you've got Limitless Horizon, sets an 8.9, that just puts him just ahead of UK Excites into provisional pole position. Now I've got Smidget now, he completing a lap, I think he's starting a lap now, going into turn 1. Very tight technical circuit this is. This is going to be the last track on the American side of the globe in FORL this season. So yeah, drivers need to make the most of it before the next time they'll be driving this track will be on the 2019 game. So yeah, very hyped for that, even though that's quite a long time away. And yeah, going down the inside Smidget. Going under the tunnel now. Very tricky corner that is. It's got a lot of history as well. So yeah, coming down into the hairpin, 100 metre board. Make sure you don't miss the apex there, because you can lose a bunch of time by missing the apex. So Smidget down the back straight now. Now all you think about going down the back straight is thinking about nailing the hairpin. You don't want to overcut it or undercut it, because time can be lost or gained easily at that corner, or even invalidated. So smidgy, he taps the grass a little bit, maybe that would affect his time a little bit, but he does a 1 minute 9.1, which sits him just like about 500ths faster than St. Quentin. So yeah, he's currently the fastest super soft runner out there, P2 in the championship. I think, yeah, he's definitely a title contender. Have a look at SSR Andrew, always just come into the pit lane, bad timing. Griffiths, is he on a lap? Oh no. Actually, oh he is, sorry. Right, coming down, tapping the grass a bit. He's a bit behind his teammate, but he's using a different compound, so we'll let him off there. And it looks like Griffith is going to be the driver to step up to replace F1 Ben. So he has proved himself. He's a reserve that's collected the most points in the last 2 rounds, so he definitely deserves a full-time seat. Oh, he loses the rear end. That's a good save from Griffith there. Not many drivers would have been able to save that. Can't tell if he's still on a lap. Probably is. He is currently on the ultra soft tyres. A lot of the grid are testing out different tyres. So yeah, we can see a big shift in the qualifying order. Oh, he's backed off his lap. What about Wastel? Is he on a lap? Yeah, Wastel's on a lap. One of FORL rival leagues in URL. He has been performing very well in the F2 tier in URL or F3. I can't remember which one it is, but he's been performing very well in that. So hopefully he can be performing very well in FORL. Very possible for him to score some decent points. This is his debut race, so yeah. Very lucky to get a seat today actually, because the lobby's very full. We don't usually see stuff like this, but we've had to... Some reserves have had to leave, such as Bonnet and Spittles. It's so sad that there isn't even a 22 car grid. But anyway, Wastel on his ultras sets a 1 minute 9.2. That's a cracking lap. Currently the fastest person on the ultras, but he is behind the 2 super soft runners. But there's still 6 minutes to improve this session, so anything can be gained. Oh, that was a massive lock-up by someone behind Wastel. Don't know who that is, but I just saw a massive puff of smoke, and then I switched camera angles. But here's Echo starting a lap. Have a look at Bobby Ben. Bobby Ben down the back straight. I think he might be on a lap. The time to beat, he needs to beat a 1 minute 9.8. Coming down the back straight now. Synchropulsion's left the session. He's had some terrible lag issues recently. I will invite him to watch this lap. So Bobby Ben sets a 1 minute 9.7 on the super soft. That's a good for him. Not far behind the leaders. Right, hopefully Synchropulse will join back, but I've got news. The reason why Griffiths is actually down the order is because he's had a setup glitch. This has been common with a few drivers actually, including myself, but Griffiths, he was meant to do 1.7 wings 8 ballast, but it's kicked him onto 2 wings 7 ballast, something like that, which is such a shame. He's going to have such a disadvantage, but he's going to have a lot of straight line speed. That's not going to help him though, because through the technical corners he's going to be so far down. That's such a shame from him. See if he can make anything out of that, because we'll treat this as a mechanical failure of some sort. It's still possible for him to score points, but this is GP2, anything can happen. So we're with UK Futures at the moment, currently behind UK Excites, his teammate. They're definitely going to be wanting to out-qualify each other. Oh, he gets very close to the barrier there. I think he painted the barrier pink. Anyway, coming onto the bridge now. Oh, that's like a big corner cut, losing the rear end there. Very tricky corner, especially when you go over the bump. You almost lose control, like Griffith showed us earlier, but he is struggling with the car at the moment due to his setup glitch. We will not be restarting because of it, it's just an unfortunate glitch that happens. And yeah, everyone else seems to be fine. So now coming down the back straight now, coming into the chicane. You really want to perfect this corner here. There's still a bit of Connor's debris there. Such a shame. But, and UK Futures, he's slower. But oh, what's he done there? He's completely missed the corner. Oh, that is such a shame. Maybe his controller disconnected or something, because he just went straight on. Such an unusual thing. And this lap, he's definitely ruined his tyres. Let's just say that. So. Yeah, that's Wastel has just come out of the pits. Have a look at Limitless Horizon. Is he on a lap? Coming around the final corner. No, he's just about to start a lap. Right, have a look at Smidget now. No, he's down this time. About Sync Quantum a second if he's up on the sectors. Nope, we'll have to watch them next lap. UK Futures is about Dengy Boy. Dengy Boy's up, so Dengy Boy's on a lap. We'll have a look at this. Under the bridge. Oh, I get very close to the wall there. Maximising all the track, and there's a bit of debris from that Toro Rosso in the background. What's that? That was SP James. That was SP James who's lost his front wing in the later parts of the session, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to improve very much at all. Doesn't have time to get in the pit lane and get back out on track. If you could do pit stops in qualifying, he would be able to, but unfortunately he can't. So, right, coming around the final corner is a Dengy Boy now. Not sure if he's going to improve. It's going to be close. He sets. Right, he does improve by 3 tenths, but it's only P8 for him on the Ultra Soft. Right, I'm going to switch over to Sync Quanta, who's down on his lap again. He may have validated. That's Smidget though. Have a look at Smidget's lap. Oh, he gets on the grass. Right, here's the two rivals going past each other in qualifying in the Mercedes and the Red Bull. Alright, and there's Midget now. Right, Limitless Horizon, not been able to improve. The current leader, he is on Hypersofts though. And Wastel goes fastest. I'm sorry I missed that lap. And yeah, that's Midget going down the back straight now. He needs to literally. Right, he's on the Ultras, so. Wastel set his time on the Ultras. That's a cracking lap from Wastel. Yeah, he is GUE 00. He shouldn't be here. So right, and that Smidget goes currently P1. And wait, he get joined? So one of the drivers didn't manage to make it. Right, we're missing out on some action here. So yeah, Sync Propulsion didn't get to join back in the lobby, and he's currently offline, which is such a shame. Maybe Wastel is on a lap, I'm not too sure. No, Wastel's not on a lap. Who was that we're looking at? LR Blazer Guns. Looks like LR Blazer Guns is on a lap. So yeah, there's LR Blazer Guns. Around the final corner. Looks like he may have invalidated that. Hopefully not. Oh, it's a mistake. Goes across the line. And he goes up into P7. Right, I have to clean this guy. Replay. I'm sorry, got this. Oh, his gamer tag is. Well, I'm going to have to quickly check back on stream. Right, I'm very sorry guys. Just need to check who this guy is so I can get him to leave. Wait, no, I can see that on the screen now. Oh, I've just missed it. What a boof. Right, let me rush that back. Right, so currently P1 is Smidget, Wastel P2. Wastel P2, Limitless Horizon P3, UK Excites P4, PXM Echoes on his return in P5, it's Sir Andrew P6, LR Blazer Guns P7, Sync Quanta P8, UK Futures P9, and a Dengy Boy rounds out the top 10. We have one Super Soft runner in the top 10, and that's Sync Quanta. And yeah, looks like the majority of the top 10 on the ultras, except of the exception of UK Excites, PXM, Echoes. Right, I'm sorry. Right, I need to get this guy to leave the lobby. Ah. I've missed it. Right, what is his name? His name is He's not in the lobby anymore. Okay, right, I must have missed it, but he's not in the lobby anymore. Right, I'm thankful of this. And we're only going to have a 19 car grid because Sync Propulsion isn't here. He's having some terrible issues with his internet, which is why he isn't here. Right, we can focus on the race now, because yes. So it'll be interesting to see what strategies will happen today. So, right, we have 20 cars apparently though. Oh, maybe Sync Propulsion is here. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm glad he's joined the lobby in time. So yeah, we're now set off now. Smidget has set off. So yeah, oh, there's already people disqualified unfortunately. Right, so yeah, Smidget set off. We're going to have a look at Blazer Guns a bit down the all-nose P7. So yeah, this is 20 car field. We did see this at round 1. There was a lot of action in round 1. So yeah, maybe we could see some crazy things happen. Maybe we could see a different race winner. We've only had 2 different ones in 2 races. I say only, well that's good. We've had Sync Quanta, who won round 1. He wasn't looking like he was going to win, but he just kept everything clean and ended up stealing it from the people who spun out. But then there was Smidget, who capitalised on everything, managed to do the right strategy, and he won from pole position last race. So, yep, Smidget, he's new to this season, along with Wastel, who's in P2. And let's just have a look at the tyres, the top lot are on. So yeah, the first 2 are on Ultras, and then the next 3 are on Hypers, and then we've got a Super Cycle runner in the top 10 of Sync Quanta. Everyone outside the top 10 is starting on the Supers, so that's an interesting strategy there. Oh, this is a good camera angle, watching all the cars coming down the final corner into their grid slots. We're going to look slightly further down the field for the race start, because yes, this is going to be a cracking race with 20 cars. Still coming right, so the drivers that I've lined up on the grid, their tyres are going to be freezing cold compared to the people that are at the back of the grid, and I've got a lap in. So yeah, GRL, it's Ryan, newcomer, down in P13, decent start. Right, so we've got the 5 red lights for the Canadian Grand Prix, and it's lights out, and away we go. And it looks like a solid start there from a few drivers down the order. And who was that? I got an amazing start. UK Futures, Limitless Rise and Daniel. There's a bit of contact further back, and oh, there's punting, and that's Mercedes off. Looks like Blazer Guns off in the background. The 2 hash drivers are capitalising that. They're up further up the field now. We've got Limitless Horizon, a bit of battling further down the grid. Hopefully there's no massive collisions here. We'll look further down the grid. And GRL, it's Ryan out, the new driver. He's already out the race. We've got Smidget leading. Yeah, Sync Propulsion didn't manage to make it, unfortunately. But we have Smidget, who is leading the race currently, ahead of Wastel, ahead of UK Excites. Limitless Horizon lost out there. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in on the straight, but he's going to have a cheeky look into the hairpin. No, it doesn't really work. It looks like we've got UK Futures overtaking. We've got a few more battles down the field. But the more interesting battle is the battle for the podium at the moment. There's a bit of contact down there. Looks like Envious Metal, LR Blazer Guns and James is all caught up in some of that. We've got Limitless Horizon in the slipstream. Doesn't quite get it done down the inside. We'll have a look at a battle down the back. Sync Quanta! Sync Quanta! Oh, I thought he had a spin there. But he's down into P10 on the Super Softs. It's not looking good for him at the moment. Right, so positions gained. A lot of position. Oh, there's a move down the inside. Bobby Ben, the junior driver, almost making contact with the senior drivers. And Tom 123 for the winners left. That is not good. So hopefully there's no lobby lag. Right, it looks like everything's good anyway. So, right, we'll carry on. And right, so Sync Quanta. Down in P10, look further up the field now. Limitless Horizon. Has he caught up to UK Excited? Oh, he cut the corner a bit, and it looked like he maybe made contact with his side pods, but surely he's not going to go down the move in the hairpin. And yeah, looks like UK Excite's got it, but there is a sneaky SSR Andrew just down the grid who can easily snap up an overtake down the straight. But yeah, that is Limitless Horizon. He is right on the back of UK Excites, and does he go around the outside into the hairpin? He gets squeezed off, he has to cut the corner there. Surely that's a warning, that's not going to help him in the battle to get the least penalties. Bobby Ben's already got a 3-second time penalty. See the cars in the background getting very close to the wall. And it's down the inside. And Limitless Horizon, is he going to keep hold of this? And yes, he just manages to stay ahead. There's a massive train here. No, they're still side by side. Around the outside Excites is now. Oh, he's hit the wall. Oh no, that's damaged there. And oh, he almost makes contact with a few more cars. And that's the other Force India who just got in contact, and that is UK Futures. He just clipped Limitless Horizon, who got damaged, so I think that might be damage for Futures as well, I'm not sure, but Limitless Horizon falling down the field now, like, oh, flying down the field. Oh, he's having to cut the corners, he's going to surely be pitting this lap. We've got Sync Quanta, right, Griffiths is retired down the field. Sync Quanta, oh, very slow, they're going very slow here. Oh, that's just because it's the hairpin. Oh, sorry, I'm just being a noob. Right, yeah, the gaps are very close everywhere. I'm going to go have a look at UK Excites now. Right, he's not close enough to the car ahead, but yeah, that's a great camera angle. Looking at all of the cars. Down the pit straight. Is he going to make a move on Iron Schumacher? Doesn't look like he's close enough. There's Bobby Ben just behind making the same move again, but it doesn't pay off. It looks like Sync Quanta is not surrendering any positions, but Waystall has got 3-second time penalties right on the back of Smidget. Oh, there's a bit of contact with the ball. He gets very close. Around the outside of UK Futures, is it? No, he doesn't go for the move. Now there's a very close battle down the midfield. I believe all these cars here are on different tyres. So, right, Spicious has joined, but no space for him, unfortunately. So we've had 3 retirements so far. Sync Repulsion, not, I think he lagged out. GRL, it's Ryan, the newcomer, didn't even make the first few corners, I'm afraid. I think there was just a bit of contact down further back. Griffiths is retired a few laps ago, I'm not sure what happened, but he did have a setup glitch. So yeah, but now we have Sync Quanta going down the inside, but there's a more important battle. It's the battle for the lead. I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut away from that. There's the battle for the lead. Waystall, is he going to have a look around the outside? And oh, he gets squeezed off just about left enough room. And side by side, got to miss that. UK Future minutes. Waystall down the inside, and Waystall's got into P1 now. Oh, looks like there was a little bit of contact. Yeah, flags up on sector 3. Looks like there was a bit of contact down in the back straight. We're going to cut back to here. Oh, and there's a move down the inside. That's PXM Echoes down the inside of a Dengy Boy. Dengy Boy's made a good recovery. He's made 4 positions, but he's in a battle. Closely followed behind. And it looked like they were going 3-1, but they weren't. But now Dengy Boy's going to reclaim that position. He's got the inside of that corner. There's going to be another absolute slipstream fence down into the chicane. So, there's late dive bomb there from Iron Schumacher. That's going to compromise his run, but he's on the super soft tyres. Echoes is on the hypersofts. So yeah, I think the hypersoft runners, their tyres are going to start dying shortly. And yeah, it doesn't look like any manoeuvres made. Oh. And I'm going to have to cut back to the leaders, and Smidget got very close there, 1/10, but he didn't manage to get it that time. We're going to have to cut back down to the battle with Echoes, and yep, they're still very close, but Bobby Ben is down in P16, I don't know what's happened there, I think he might have pitted. More time penalties coming through now. Time penalties are the key thing to try and not get here, because they can hand you a position or two if you're careful and don't catch them. Right, we're going to have a look at position play. Right, we've had UK Futures and Limitless Horizon have done pit stops. Tyres, right, yeah. So I think the Hypersofts are running low now, because the people on the Supersofts are creeping up the field. However, the people on the Ultras are just pulling away in general. Because, yeah, they've got the pace at the moment, they're probably the fastest tyres currently on track. But there is a move, and is that Cinquanta looking down the outside, and there's a McLaren there of Tom Fawkes. He's already up into P9 from the back of the field, so he's done an amazing job, amazing recovery, showing what he's made of. He can definitely be in it for the championship. This is a short season, and he can still do it if he utilises the rest of the races. But there's echoes really close to the back of Cinquanta. Oh, look at this bunch of cars. And that's the two Williams battling. Oh, and it's Echoes! And Echoes has spun and he's lost his front wing. Right, we're going to cut back to the Williams now. But that's very unfortunate for Echoes. I think his tyres, he just lost all grip on his tyres. And he just caught on the grass, broke on the grass, and ended up on the barrel. And now SSR Andrew, this is the battle for P4. It's quite a big one, to be honest. There's a lot of cars going for it out there. Massive battles, and most of these people are on the Supersoft, and that is Andrew on the Ultrasoft. So it looks like maybe the Ultrasoft is starting to wear off a little bit, and around the outside goes a Dengy Boy. Is he going to make it? Oh, he gets squeezed off. That is an aggressive move. But right, is Andrew going to get it done? And there's also IRL Schumacher there, 3 wide into the hairpin. Do they get it done? Oh, there's content. There's a bit of wing damage, and that's Cinquanta running wide in the background. And there's, yeah, I don't know what's happened to Cinquanta, but he's a bit further behind. But there's now IRL Schumacher. We're going to go on board here, and it's almost 3 wide. The Dengy Boy really trying to get down the inside, and Tom Fawkes is there still. Tom Fawkes is in this battle. IRL Schumacher now into P4. We've got Tom Fawkes DRS, and who doesn't have the DRS? That's Andrew doesn't. And now it's the Dengy Boy down the inside. Still a bit of contact. Still around the outside. Oh, this is very aggressive. And now Tom Fawkes is in on the action, and he's going to have a go at a Dengy Boy. And the Dengy Boy's completely lost it down into P7 now. Oh, he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time there. He's in P7, he's lost 2 places. But that is Tom Fawkes down the inside, and there's contact. That is, oh, I don't know what happened there, but it looked quite aggressive. And Andrew's left the session. Very happy with what happened. Right, we've got laser guns. Laser guns. Oh, we had to cut the corner there to avoid making contact with PX and Prost. But yeah, PX and Prost is back in today. Also got SP James quite close to the back. He's going to have a look in the hairpin, is he? 3 wide into the hairpin once again. What is it with going 3 wide into the hairpin? There's a straight line to overtake on, not a flipping tight corner. Come on. Just meanwhile in the lead, there is an 8 gap between Swidget and Waster. Waster pulling away. And right, so we've got LR laser guns here. 3 wide almost again. The Ferrari is just behind. Oh, he makes contact. He was going to go into the pit lane, but there wasn't space. And he hit the back of laser guns. He's not going to be able to fix his front wing now. Laser guns surely got maybe a warning from that corner cut. That was unfortunate there, because Prost just misjudged going into the pits. Right, and we now have SP James. Yeah, right, all the close battles have now slowly faded off now. We're going to look at Envious Medal for the first time this race. He's gone from the back of the field up into P10. He did start in P19. He didn't manage to qualify, so he's done a great job, to be honest. The 2 McLarens who started right at the back are in P4 and P10. They're doing a great job at this moment. Well, it's like James is actually getting close to the back of LR Blazer Guns. He's in his Toro Rosso. James is currently the highest running Red Bull car out there at the moment. Red Bull having terrible luck, unfortunately, this season so far. Well, apart from Cinquanta, apart from that, they haven't been doing very well at all. Propulsion has not got a race finish yet. So, yeah, maybe a few things will be sorted out there. Maybe there might be another driver stepping in, not too sure. But, right, so yes, SP James very close around the outside. We're going to go on board with James. He's going to look down the inside of Blazer. Oh, they get very close now, but James is on the Supers, so this is proven that maybe the Supers are the tyres are the good tyres now, because the Yorkshire's maybe running out. There's a bit of tyre bang in there. We're not in touring cars, we're in F1 cars. Keep it calm. Right, anyway, going around the next corner. And now the next corner. And now the next corner. Right, anyway. Right, Smidget. We're going to move up the field a little bit. Smidget, 5 tenths behind Wastel. They're both on the 10 seconds ahead of us in third place. So, despite almost battling with each other, they have done a great job pulling away from the leaders. And yeah, Wastel trying to get Smidget out of his slipstream. But it does look like there's going to be a battle with the McLaren and the Williams for P number 3. Tom FORL's got up to P4 from all the way at the back. He's possibly driver of the day. And they do get very close, and that is FORL Schumacher getting forced to run wide, unfortunately. He's going to definitely look for a move. He's on the inside. Maybe he's going to put his elbows out and possibly shove Tom off. No, he doesn't. Because Schumacher's a very clean driver, and that's Tom up into P3 now. So, yes. Right, did Tom pit? Because it says his tyres are a lap older. No, he hasn't pitted. It's just because it's because he didn't do qualifying on them. That makes a lot of sense. Right, so let's have a look at positions gained. Tom FORL has gained 16, James has gained 10, Envious Medal's gained 11. So yeah, overall McLaren have gained 27 positions. They've done a great job at the start of this race. They gained 27 places. That is unbelievable. So, right. Everyone from P10 downwards, plus UK Excites and P8, has pitted. So when the people in the top 10 start pitting, I think there might be a massive change in the in the standings. So we'll see if Cinquanta does manage to get ahead of Wastel and Smidget. It doesn't look like it will be, but yeah, right. FORL Schumacher right on the back now of Tom FORL. He does have the slipstream, but I don't think he's close enough to make a move, and he isn't. Right, we're gonna move further down the field. James right behind LR Blazerguns. Blazerguns looks like he managed to get ahead, and we've now got UK Excited on fresher tyres. He's caught up, so yeah, it looks like he's going to be in the battle now, in the mix for P number 6. Yeah, I like that line. But anyway, Blazerguns looks like he's actually getting the upper hand in the first sector over James. Oh, that's because UK Excites is right on the tail of SP James. And right, so yeah, he's managed to pull away a little bit. Luckily there's no contact. This is actually a very tight track, so, and making manoeuvres is actually very difficult. So if you get a move done, you're highly skilled. But James has just completely cut that corner. He's done a Cloudy Penguin 20, and yeah, so he's looking at this. Literally, they're touching wheels, going round the outside almost. And the hairpin, he's lost it, and that is UK Excites, who was currently provisional P1 on his tyres, is out. Well, he's not out, but he's got wing damage, which isn't helping anyone. So that is Tom FORL's in the pit lane. Right, we're gonna have a look at him, see where he comes out of the pits. Hopefully, he doesn't spin out the pits, just like F1 Ben did last week. It is possible, but hopefully he doesn't. Oh, it's a front wing change. Looks like he may have made contact with the barrier. And he's on an intermediate! Oh, no. He selected the wrong thing. Oh, no. Intermediates. He had such a good chance of potentially winning the race. Now he's on the inters, but we're going to take their attention away from him now, because there's a bit of battling up the field. UK Futures on with Envious Medal. It looks like McLaren they have a slow engine, and they also don't know what tyres they're pitting on. That's such an error from the McLaren people. Oh, we get very, very close down the inside. Those Futures, and he pushes Envious Medal off the circuit. A bit of battling there. And, yeah, right, so the two UKs are in P6 and P7. They're on different ages of tyres, though. Oh, right, I didn't see that, but Wasted is actually in the pit lane. He's coming out of the pits now. We'll see where he places. FORL Schumacher comes out ahead, but he's still yet to pit. The Dengy Boy's in the pits. It looks like Wasted comes out in clear air, so depends wherever Smidget pits is where maybe Wasted capitalise on this. Not too sure. He's on the super softs. Didn't realise it was already lap 14. This race has gone fast. There's just been so much bloody action. Oh, there's a battle here. Cinquanta up into P7, it looks like. Cinquanta maybe going to have to do 2 stops. That's going to ruin his chances of victory. But he can still get high points. He is the championship leader, but there is still 10 rounds remaining, so anything can happen. Right, so yeah, it looks like the field is leveling out a little bit now, but Limitless Horizon does have DRS behind the Dengy boy, who's just pitted right ahead of him. Dengy boy's on fresh tyres though. Right, and now we're going to have a look at the pits, because Smidget is into the pit lane. Let's see if his pit stop is good. He did have a slight slip at the pits last week. Is it going to be a good pit? Yes it is. It's a good pit stop. And the Dengy boy is right on the back of him with his medal, but Wastel has got ahead. He got ahead by quite a long way actually. We'll see the gap in a minute. Well, but there's some position changes, and that is Cinquanta up ahead of UK Futures, and he's letting the position back through again. Maybe there was a bit of contact, not too sure. Maybe it was an illegal overtake, but Cinquanta did let UK Futures back through. Very sportsmanlike there. Oh, so Wastel is now only 9 tenths behind the Williams of IRL Schumacher. Schumacher is yet to pit, as he's on 14 lap old supers, and Wastel's only on 1 lap old supers. So maybe if Schumacher gets in the way, Smidget will be able to catch up and possibly overtake Wastel. So yeah, GP2, this is very exciting, GP2 this season. There's been so much action every single race. We've only got 2 retirements so far, well in theory 3, of a 20-man grid. And that is Wastel down the inside of the chicane. That's a very clean move. He's looking to be a very, very good driver, to be honest. He could definitely be in it for the title, even though he's missed 2 rounds. Oh, and I'm going to have a look down the order, and there's a move on the straight. Oh, that's a very aggressive defence move there for Cinquanta, but he has got a head now of UK Futures, and that's Blazer Guns into the pit lane, the Mercedes driver. So yeah, Blazer Guns looks like it's in P11, going to come out the pits P11. Nice to see Pix and Echo's still running after his very scary accident into turn 1. It's amazing how he didn't even get much damage from it. He just went on the grass and completely spun it. If that was real life, he would have done an Ericsson like Ericsson did at Italy. He'd have just completely done barrel rolls and everything, because yeah, very scary going at those high speeds and breaking and losing control. Even though it's on Xbox, you still get worried when you... But there's a battle here, and this is a very, very strange camera of Pix and Prost sniffing the rear end of Endless Medal. It looks like he's going to be going around the outside. No, he backs off, wise decision. He has got the... he's got on the foot of the Endless Medal actually. We're going down into the hairpin now. And looks like he's going to get the move done. Yep, he's got it done, nice and clean. So yeah, Pix and Prost right in the lead now. Right, now into the chicane. Yeah, Pix and Prost got P9, nice and easy now. Pulling ahead of the McLaren. The McLaren is on older tyres, which is why he basically had no choice but to give up that position. Smidget now 1 second behind IRL Schumacher, who still hasn't pitted. Maybe Schumacher could even do a hyper-soft run. Because yeah, definitely on the cards, he could come out on the hypers and possibly make his way all the way back up the field again. But it depends how long he can hold on those supers. Oh, and now there's Pix and Prost down the inside of Limitless Horizon in this DRS zone. Don't know where he got all that time from, but he did just manage to get ahead. And yeah, oh, we're going to have a look at the field, because there's Cinquanta. I think he just made a move. Oh, there's a battle for P2, sorry. Smidget has got ahead of IRL Schumacher. They are in the same programme, so maybe a bit of cheeky team orders. I'm not too sure though, but maybe there could have been a bit of team orders there. And there's LR Blazer Guns down the inside of PX and Echoes into the hairpin. Lots and lots of action here today. 20 people, just 20 people plus Canada equals absolutely crazy mental strategic race. You've got people on at least 10 different strategies all over the grid. Got some crazy battling. I mean, this is just absolutely crazy. There's so much battling going on. Such a shame we've lost 2 cars already. Dengy Boy getting very close to the back of UK Excites. UK Excites and Futures very close to each other on track. And yeah, that's the Dengy Boy. He's got the move done already. And it's Williams. He's also a high-scoring person this season, and he's brand new. He's brand new to the grid this season, and yeah, he's doing very well. Got P2 in round 1. I'm not sure what he did last race, but he's currently in P5, so yeah, he's a lot of potential to maybe even get a few victories out there. Because we've got Wastel, a brand new driver. He's on his debut, and he's in the lead. Team is definitely going to want to snap this driver up. Like, honestly, Wastel is definitely a good driver to have in the team, because he's proving he can win races right in front of the manager's eyes right now. So yeah, we've now got UK Excites, not close enough to a Dengy Boy, but yeah, UK Excites just slots in behind. They are all on the super softs. The Dengy Boy's on fresher super softs though, so bear that in mind. Maybe that is why Dengy Boy's pulling away a bit. Also going to have a look down. Tom Fulks all the way down in P14 after a terrible mistake of going on to Inters. Tom Fulks, he could have had a chance of victory, but it was just such a shame that he got put on Inters, and always going very aggressive there, probably getting really frustrated to be honest, because he was definitely in it to win, and suddenly goes into the pits, intermediates are in his car. What the hell was going on? That's James down the inside. That is a very ambitious move. James landed that half spin onto himself there. Right, we're going to have a look at Limitless Horizon now, behind Pitts and Prost. So, that is Limitless Horizon. Oh, Sync Contrafend, right, I didn't quite see that. He's in for a second and final stop. He's going to have to do 15 laps on the super soft tyres. Let's see where he comes out, because he's going to have to do the racing now. Schumacher's still to pit, Excited's surely still to pit, so is Futures and Horizon, so that's at least 4 places up the grid, and maybe he can battle his way up the grid as well, but that is SP James. I will try to see where he's been there. Oh, that must have been the last chicane, I'm not sure. Maybe we can have a look at Andrew's POV. Even though Andrew has left this lobby. Oh, he's lost it down the straight. Maybe there was an incident with Tom Fulks. So, here is UK Excites and UK Futures, the 2 brothers here. Definitely a bit of a rivalry between these 2. They definitely want to be showing who's the better person in the Force India. And yeah, they're getting very close to each other on track, but we are going to be having a look at where UK Schumacher, no, IRL Schumacher, will be coming out of the pits. And IRL Schumacher, at the end of the pit lane now, looks like he's actually done a perfect strategy here. He's going to be coming out, is he going to come out ahead of UK Futures? Right, UK Excites in the pits now. Oh, he comes out just behind UK Futures. I think that was an amazing strategy there by Schumacher, because he's in P5 and he's fighting for P4 straight out the pits. So, yeah, IRL Schumacher, he's going to be battling UK Futures very hard. He's on fresher, softer tyres, so he's going to have a lot more grip. They're going to heat up easily, not going to be very cold at all. You see, he's all over the back. He just wants to get into that gearbox, doesn't he, around the outside. UK Futures lets him through. They are in the same programme after all. So yeah, Schumacher doing a great job. Got Mercedes cars in P2, 3, 4 and 5. Looks like they're going to be the highest scoring cars today. So yeah, Red Bull, they're not having a great day at all. They've only got 1 car in the points, and that's P8. They've got 2 retirements, and Bobby Ben, who's left the session. So yeah, maybe there's going to be a bit of driver changes after this race in the Red Bull side, because some things just aren't happening the way they should be. So we have Arnold Schumacher Yeah, he's got right ahead. Right, sorry, I'm just not on it today. But right, UK Futures, we come out ahead of UK Excites. It'll be interesting to see, right? Actually, how is Excite so far back? Did he make a gap or what? Because I didn't think that there was that big of a gap. A 6-second gap between them. Something's definitely happened. But right now, Ira Schumacher definitely going to be catching up on his teammate, who is only 3 seconds up the road. Oh, also Limitless Horizon closing in onto the back of PX and Prost. PX and Prost is on the Ultra Softs, which are probably going to start wearing out now, and he's going to have to do another pit stop. There's no way he's doing another 12 laps on those. Well, he can do if he wants a puncture, but yeah. So now anyway, we have Limitless Horizon. Oh yeah, and that's PX and Prost in the pits now. So we're going to be having a look to see where he comes back out onto the track. And oh, he's got, oh, that's a bit late of a release. Ah, that's not going to be very good for him. He might come out sandwiched between the two UKs, not too sure. Echo's also in the pit lane as well. And yeah, it looks like he's going to be sandwiched between the two UKs, but UK Excite's currently the fastest man on the track. Going to be getting that point for pole. No, we did not copy FORL, we came with the point for pole first. And Wastill, I believe, got P1 on the grid, didn't he? He'd be getting the point for pole. I'm not sure if it's a smidge yet, I've forgotten because I've short time. Right, so, not much going on track at the moment. So yeah, it's the stage of the race where the people are just going to be setting the fastest laps possible to catch up to the car ahead. I'm not having a great race, but I'm going to do a summary between all the drivers. Sync Propulsion, third race in a row. Unfortunately, he's not been able to make this race due to connection issues, I believe. GRL, it's Ryan, brand new onto the grid. We haven't seen much of him. He qualified into P13, but he retired on the first lap, so we haven't really got to see what he's made of so far. Griffiths, he had a setup glitch, which I think may have caused him to retire in P18. James has had a bit of contact, and that's PX and Prost into the wall. He's lost his whole... No, he's not lost his whole front wing. How is it he lost his whole front wing? He's lost the whole emper. He's going to have to pit now, and I think that's him retiring the car, because there's no way yet. PX and Prost now retiring, because there's no way he's going to be able to do a good race now with crashing into the barrier. He just lost the rear end, and his car's parked in a very, very weird, random part of the track, to be honest. But right, we're going to go up the field, because now Cinquanta has actually caught up to Limitless Horizon. This is a very weird camera angle. I don't know why anyone would want to look at a wheel turning, but anyway, right. Looks like he's catching, because Limitless Horizon 20 lap old supers, possibly going to peel into the pits any moment now. But Cinquanta is catching him, and yep, the time has come. Limitless Horizon is into the pit lane. Well, let's see how fast his pit stop is. Right, into the pits now. Quick change of tyres onto that Ultra Softs for the last 10 laps. It's the wise choice. The Vipers will probably die out by the end. So that's LR Blaze goes up to P6. The two UKs there. He's going to come out side by side with UK Excite, but no, he's just behind UK Excite. So. Right, Cinquanta up to P5. So definitely pitting early. He's done a good job. Right, I'm almost missing out on this battle here, but the two Williams are battling for the podium, and that's Ira Schumacher up the inside of a Dengi boy. And yeah, right, that's a Dengi boy. Yeah, it looks like a Dengi boy. He's on more warm tyres. Schumacher on much fresher tyres. Managed to do a much better strategy by the looks of it. So yeah, Schumacher's just running away with it now. He's definitely not going to be able to catch Smidget unless Smidget and Wastill have an incident or get punctures, which is definitely likely because their tyres are going to be 20 laps old by the end, which is Only a few drivers so far this race have managed that, but it's definitely punctured territory, which could completely destroy everything. But yeah, Ira Schumacher onto the podium. Looks like a strong race for him. He got a podium last race as well. So we're going to start seeing particular order people are going to be on the podium, because right, James left the session. He stayed in the lobby to watch. But right, 5 retirements this race of 20 drivers. Everything's still to play for. Even the points. Echo's just behind Envious Medal. We're going to have a look at Limited Horizon. We're chasing the back of Excite. Looks like Excite, so she's got some good pace out there. Because he's keeping ahead of someone on brand new tyres that are 5 laps newer than his. So maybe Limitless Horizon has not got the heat in the tyres yet. I'm not sure what's going on. But I'm just noting that Smidget has actually caught up to Wastel. He's now under a second. He's in DRS range. But talking about DRS range, here's PXM Echoes 2 tenths behind Envious Medal. And Limitless Horizon's catching up to UK Excites. Why is everything happening at one time? Jesus Christ. Right, anyway, PXM Echoes in the slipstream of Envious Medal. And he's staying just behind here. Make sure we get a clean chicane, not hit the barrier on the exit of the Wall of Champions. But Echoes has got a perfect run here. Envious Medal covering the inside, giving him a little squeeze. Echoes doesn't spin out the tunnel, but he makes a lovely move around the outside, which leads into the inside in the next corner. That was absolutely an amazing move. Probably one of the best moves of the race so far. Because, yeah, that was a phenomenal move from Echoes. Definitely showing what he's made of. Looking like he's going to be claiming the final point of the race, unless there's anything happening up the field. But yeah, there is Limitless Horizon. I think that was UK Excites just made a mistake there, because Limitless Horizon down the inside, but now there's definitely going to be some manoeuvres down into the first corner, because Excites going to have the DRS, look by the looks of it. Is he going to have the DRS? Blaze Guns a 3-second time penalty. And yeah, he's going to have slipstream and the DRS, but I'm not sure he's going to be close enough for this corner. He's going to try and get a good run, which it looks like he's done a good run. He doesn't have the DRS. He's not opened the DRS, right? He did. Or why didn't? But maybe it was just a little bit of a glitch. So. Right, Limitless Horizon up into P8, that's good from him, but Echoes is 12 seconds behind for the next point score position, which isn't great for him. Right, another look. Actually, we're going to stay with these because it looks like UK Excites is getting closer and closer each lap to the rear end of that Renault. Limitless Horizon, this is actually going to be his first points of the season. It's a cheeky corner cut there, but yeah, Limitless Horizon, first points of the season so far. If he can hang on to this, it'll be a good start, getting 4, because this is a very difficult season. The most difficult GP2 so far. Obviously the top 3, the VNT, Arminti, Marston and Tom 123 for the win have been promoted to GP1. They were definitely really fast. They definitely improved throughout the season. But this is probably like the midfield and the race winners is just so unpredictable. Like, you couldn't tell that Sync Ponce was going to win the first race, you couldn't tell Smidget was going to win the second race. Now you've got Wastel, a brand new driver in the lead, closely chased by Smidget, so it's going to be an absolutely crazy season ahead of us. And no, it doesn't look like Excites is going to be catching up enough. We're going to cut onto Smidget now, and that was a lapped car there. That may be held up, and that is Tom Ford's GG. Unfortunately, he can't unlap himself because they're currently in the battle, so hopefully he does not get involved in this battle at all. Because, just warning, he has had a race ban and a quali ban added onto this for a collision with another car in the first round. So, if he does anything that's a bit naughty here, he could see a permanent season ban, a ban until the end of the season. That could be the worst that's happened. So if he just sticks behind these guys, that's all he can do. He can pressure them really, but he can't overtake them because, yeah, they're battling for the lead, and a lapped car doesn't get involved in the battle for the lead. Well, in fact, in real life in GP2, lapped cars can unlap themselves, but that's very unfortunate. But we do have Smidget having a look down the outside, and Tom got very close there. Luckily, he didn't hit the back of Smidget. But Smidget still in P2. He's going to DRS. He's going to flick open. Surely not a move into the chicane. It could be good, but it could be bad. And right, so he goes to stick behind. And right. I'm sorry, but my game just went crazy there. But right, we're back here. Smidget didn't make the move. He just replayed the same move about 10 times. I'm not sure if it was trying to do action replays or something, but it definitely failed. Probably just my Wi-Fi. So yeah, we've got a two-car battle for the lead. Smidget and Wastel. Wastel, the brand new driver, very inexperienced. Well, for this league anyway. And there's Tom Fulks. He's what is he doing? He's getting involved with the lead. I know he's eager to get past, but Smidget is just losing time. He can't unlap himself, Tom. I'm a lot faster on his tyres, and because they're a lot newer, but he can't get past because it's just illegal. Right, so Smidget a bit closer, is relying on the DRS. And yep, Tom's staying behind, that's good. So yeah, sorry, my stream's gone a bit fuzzy. Hopefully that changes. So yeah, Smidget 5 tenths behind the leader. Oh, he's made a bit of a mistake there. Tom Fulks surely not going for it, no. Right, after the next straight I might refresh my live stream, so hopefully the quality improves again. Right, yes, right, oh, and that's Tom down the... What is Tom doing? I'm just absolutely speechless of what's gone on there. Tom Fulks disqualified from session on the race that was meant to prove that he was a good enough driver to stay in this league, but that does not look like that's happened. So a lot of conversation will be happening after the race that is potentially going to see a new manager for McLaren and maybe a new driver for McLaren, because yeah, now Smidget has lost this race. Oh, that is just so unfortunate. We're going to refresh this. Right, hello. Right, so the quality did not improve. Well, it's improved like a tiny smidge, so hopefully you can just about make out who's in what position, but there are no battles going on at the moment. Tom Fulks, a lapped car, made a move into the hairpin on Smidget, which resulted in him getting disqualified from the session. So he must have been racking up too many penalties, to be honest, for the game to disqualify him. And he did pit off that all about. So that was probably just a glitch, but we're going to focus on the leaders now. We're going on to the penultimate lap. Smidget has just not got this race, he's lost it. Oh, so there is UK Futures, a bit down, battling for P6 with LR Blazer guns. Let's have a look at what positions people have gained. Ira Schumacher has gained the most in the top 10. He's gained 8, and Henry Smead has actually gained the most. He's gained 9, but he's only in P11. That's mainly due to the fact of all of these retirements so far. So yeah, oh, these cars are actually quite far behind, to be honest, but we've got UK Futures. Right, he's going on to his penultimate lap now, and he's just behind LR Blazer guns. And oh yeah, he's not too far behind, but he has lost a bit of time through that corners, through that, yeah, don't judge my England. Right, so he's only 5 tenths behind, he can definitely gain a lot in this DRS zone, down the DRS zone, down the back straight. Actually, Cinquanta isn't actually far up the road from these guys. He's just got a 3-second time penalty, which I think is going to affect his position. Yeah. Right, Wastel has started his final lap of the Grand Prix, so we're going to look at this battle, but coming to the end of the race, I'm going to quickly switch over to Wastel because, yeah. Right, oh, and that is UK Excites down the inside and he's got the move done, but Blaze Guns, oh, he's hit the wall and he's out! Oh, that is such a shame there. Oh, and Lewis Horizon just avoids him in the background. This means that Envious Medal will be able to get a point. Right, so we're going to flick back up to the field there now, and we're going to have a look at Wastel, the newcomer. His first race in the league. What an eventful race. A great battle for the lead, great battles with the other cars as well, and he's going to win his debut in the league, so the manager's definitely going to be looking to sign this driver. He's got a very promising future in the league ahead, and he wins the Canadian Grand Prix. Hopefully this will not be affected by penalties. And oh no, it is Smidget wins due to Wastel getting penalties. That is such a shame, because Wastel has such a good race, but P2 is still great for a debut. So Smidget does continue his winning, well, he makes a winning streak of 2 now. Iro Schumacher finishes P3, it's another podium for him. Is that going to change? Boy, oh, finishes P6. Don't think there's going to be a position change there with Limitless Horizon. Limitless Horizon does go up into P6. Oh, there's a big battle there, but that is a lapped car getting past, finishing the race. That was Connor, but UK Excites does finish. Just. Will PX and Echoes make use of any of these time penalties though that UK Excites have? And oh no, he doesn't. Right, so it's Envious Medal now weaving toward the line. The last finish of this race gets his first point, which is amazing for the McLaren driver. So yeah, what an incredible race. I've actually enjoyed that. 20 cars all battling it out. That was phenomenal. As now we see Smidget on the podium for the 2nd time in the top spot this season. Great driver. We've got Wastel, brand new driver, P2, and Iro Schumacher back on the podium in P3. Job from all these guys. And we will have interviews. So, absolutely crazy stuff going on here today. So, Smidget grabs P1, only due to penalties though. Wastel would have won the race, but Wastel on his debut gets P2, that's not bad at all. Iro Schumacher P3, Cinquanta P4, looks like, no, he didn't get a fastest lap. We've got Dengy Boy P5, we've got 17 seconds worth of penalties, that's a lot. Oh, jeez. But then we've got Limitless Horizon, P6. He did a good job of not getting many penalties. UK Futures, P7, got 18 seconds. So did Excites. They dropped a lot of time due to the penalties. Echoes, P9. The fastest lap was actually going to UK Excites by the looks of it. Envious Medal gets his first point for McLaren in P10. SSR ran through P11, Connor 12, Blazer Guns 13, who's the first retirement on the final few laps. Bobby Ben 14th, Pix and Prost 15th, James 16th, Griffith 17th, and I didn't get to finish that because there's a stupid timer. Right. I'm going to have some interviews. Just inviting the people. Smidget doesn't have a microphone, so I'm going to invite Luke to come before. So, if you guys can please include your audio.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, right, that's good. Hello, Wastel. Can you please include your audio? This is interviews.
Yeah, yeah, cool.
Okay, right. So, we're going to start off with Sync Quanta. So, what was your... Do you feel like you could have done a different strategy, qualifying on a different tyre to maybe be up on the grid on the front row, maybe, with Wastel and Smidget?
Yeah, I reckon if I went on to the Ultra Softs, I would have had a much better race, because starting that far back, I got involved in so many incidents, so many people just... Oh, I'm angry, basically, because so many people just crashed into me throughout the whole race. I was... I've channeled that anger and managed just about on the end, so not too bad, but yeah, could
Well,
have been
you have
better.
definitely proved that trying to not let your ranker get out of you has definitely proved on scoring some great results, because round one you got P1 by avoiding incidents, and now today you got P4 from just avoiding carnage, even though you may have been involved in some of it. So, yeah, well done there. Right, we'll move on to RL Schumacher. So, good race today. Do you feel like the different strategy of staying out on those, what was it, super softs for so long actually paid off? Or do you think if you pitted earlier, do you think that you could have gained more time?
Probably I left it maybe a lap or maybe two laps too late, but to pit. But I was trying just to see what cars behind me go in, so I wouldn't get come out. And I wanted to come out and clear traffic. Like I could see on the mini map, like there was a gap. It was saying I was going to rejoin in maybe fifth or sixth, but there was a train from fifth back to like I think it was ninth or tenth. So there was so I was trying to get out ahead of that, and luckily when it came to it, I got out in fifth, just behind two cars. So and I got past the Force India fairly quickly, and then I caught my teammate fairly quickly and just got past him. So there was no issues really. I don't know really if I would have had the pace to catch up to the top two. I think they just outpaced me today. I don't any strategy I could have done. I might have been a bit closer with a different strategy, but I don't think I would have had the pace. So fair play to them two guys.
Okay, well, good smooth drive there today. Another podium, looking good for you in the title hunt. Do you have any hopes of possibly getting this title?
I haven't really thought of that too much, to be honest. Like, I started 11th today and just I took it like I wasn't driving a full tilt for the first 3 or 4 laps because I knew it was just going to be a bit messy with a big field of drivers. So, but luckily I avoided most of the incidents and I got up to clear space and was able to put the power down then, and I was able to catch a couple of people who were on hypers that were ahead of me, so that helped me out. And yeah, but as far as the title goes, I think I need it if I want to be in the hunt. I need to start be beating Wastel and Smidget.
Yeah, thank you for your interview today, Schumacher. Good
No
drive
problem.
out there, finishing P3. So we're going to move on to Wastel. Unfortunately, Smidget can't do an interview because he doesn't have a microphone. So we're going to have Wastel. Were you expecting such a strong race in your debut today?
I mean, I had a look at the field, and there's some quite strong drivers. I think I've raced with a few of them a few times. I think I was in a lobby with Schumacher once, and I knew he was going to have some pace on him. I've raced with Smidget in other leagues, and so I know he's quite a quick lad. But I sort of know that the pace is there, and so I quite like Canada. Canada's one of my strong tracks, and so I knew hopefully if I get the strategy right, it would be there. It was important to hold off the hypers at the start, which I just managed to. Uh, Catch Smidget eventually, make a move quickly before the pit stops, and then I'll take the on-track victory, crossing the line first. I'm happy with that. Down to second, 18 points is quite good for a first race. So I'm not quite sure what happened with Smidget and the McLaren. That sort of gave me a bit more breathing room. But then just penalties won it. Well done to Smidget to keep it clean. Yeah, one unlucky wide, and it was one penalty too many. But yeah, good result. Well done, everyone.
So yeah, it looks like you'll be getting a seat pretty shortly after that strong drive. People are definitely going to be wanting to have you into their programs.
I mean, you can only
So
hope so. I hope I've impressed.
Hope you've definitely impressed.
Thanks.
We won't get promoted out.
Right, so that rounds up GP2 Round 3 Canada. Right, we'll see you next week for Italy, the first race of the European season. So yeah, great race today.
Thank you.